guys.
How do you know Ed?
By the way. No pressure.
How do I know Ed?
Yeah.
Well, funny because I feel like I had a similar thing. Like I knew your tunes long before I met you.
Right, okay.
So I think I heard. When did The Way Things Were come out?
2019.
29. Yeah, banger. Fucking
you.
banger. Can I swear on this?
Yeah.
Please. Yeah, go for
Fuck
it. Yeah, we have.
yeah.
Yeah, swear.
Okay, perfect.
Swear. We haven't done the C-bomb yet, though.
No, we haven't.
This time.
Do you know what? You know what's really interesting as well? Sorry, just to interject on the swearing thing. Is I didn't realise how much of a part of my normal sort of dialect swearing is.
Oh, I swear.
Oh, mate, I swear all the time.
I have
Really?
such a potty mouth.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that I was, and my parents listened to the podcast, and I was like, "So, what do you think?" And they were like,
Gosh, you swear a lot.
You swear quite a lot, Edward." And I was like, "Oh, do I?" And I was like, Fuck.
Yeah, I
Fuck
never
you,
realised.
No, listen back. There's a lot of F's and stuff. Just
There's a lot of
like
Fs. There's a lot of
emphasis
Fs.
thing. Be like, man, that's fucking cool.
I never
You know?
realised
Yeah.
it until someone says, "Oh, okay, cool." That you're like, I do a couple of cover gigs here and there.
Yeah.
And then until the band lead goes, "Cool, yeah." This is I don't know, an 18th birthday party, or there's kids here because it's a wedding, or
Yeah.
blah, blah,
Right,
blah.
right,
So you
right.
can't swear.
Yeah.
And every single time I go out and I go, "Shit,
Yeah.
shit, nah."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh
yeah,
god,
yeah,
damn."
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I realised that I really have to think about not swearing.
There he goes again.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah.
I can't remember. What was I talking about?
So you
How'd
say
you
Oh,
met
How I Met You.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, years ago,
Yeah.
I heard that tune, and then actually when I met my boyfriend, he was like, he also knew who you were. So then when I said that the day that we wrote Why Can't We Be Young,
Yeah.
was the day that Finn and I had our second date.
Oh, no way.
So I think I remember
cute.
saying to you
Yeah.
in your old gaff,
Yeah.
I was like, it's date night today. And then you said, oh, how long have you guys been going out? I said,
Yeah.
this is the second date.
Wow.
And then we went out in Brixton. So I literally went home and then...
You've been together ever since?
Cut to 3 years later, yeah.
It was a good omen.
It
There you go.
It was
Yeah.
a good omen. Which was funny because that song's all about I'm
quite
left
sad, isn't
behind,
it?
everyone
Yeah.
else is moving on, getting booed up, and I'm single.
Yeah.
and I went and met the love of my life.
There you
so
go.
that's
maybe I
wicked.
should write about having no cash.
Yeah.
And it'll
Come
just-
on.
It'll come in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I knew who you were long before we
That's
met.
very
I
cool.
don't even know how we linked up though. Really,
I can't remember if it probably a DM or a manager thing or something.
it would have been something.
Some sort of
Something like
email or
so
message.
wanky.
Yeah. Nothing
Have you written about the love side yet? Because I always find it hard to write about the love side of just going, I'm in love.
Yeah,
everything's
it's
happy."
really hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I found that when I met Finn, I basically didn't write for a year.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Damn it, I'm happy.
everything's fine.
How do you write that?
Nothing
It's
to
so
talk
hard.
about anymore. But yeah, I did. The one song I've written about Finn is called More Myself, but that was
Nice.
that's like one of my. I feel like it's a one and done thing.
Okay,
I'm like, I
right.
genuinely think it's probably the best song I've maybe ever written.
I love
So I'm
that.
like, I'll just let that. I'll
Be.
let that be. I
Yeah,
want to try
yeah.
and tap into. I think if you're gonna now, I feel like if I want to write about it, I want to come at it from more like a kind of fictional point of view.
Yeah.
Because then the pressure's
Otherwise,
off.
it's boring,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I have to write about friends and stuff now.
Yeah,
going through.
Because then you're
yeah.
like, fuck, man, I need to do this justice. Whereas,
Yeah.
if you take the pressure off, it's just kind of like, okay.
100%. But yeah, I always found that hard of going cool. So when I was with my manager James, he would joke about it, but I think he was being serious.
Yeah.
And whenever we saw Tanya, my wife now, he'd be like, "Can you just break up with Zach just for a little bit so
Yeah.
he can write another song, please?"
Right. How's those songs coming on?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Everything is happy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It is weird how much harder it is to do that. To
It
write
is.
happy songs.
Have you guys got a song together?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
Which
this
song?
tune that we wrote for.
no,
Well,
which
for
song?
me,
Which
when I went on the second date, that was
Yeah.
the song.
It's one of
But
Lily's tracks, and I produced it. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
wicked. When did
I
it
love
come
that
out?
tune, man.
I also love that song
Yeah.
so much. It came out in August, I think.
Nice.
August 2025. Yeah.
Yeah, but we wrote it a couple years ago, right? A
We
few
wrote
years
it
ago.
2023.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
January
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember these
Boom.
things.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
good.
that's specific,
The
yeah.
date, the time.
Well, it was an important. I could probably tell you the date because I remember the day I went on the second date. So.
Yeah, that's
Can you
true.
remember where you
Yeah,
went?
I have the day mapped out
Yeah.
in my head. So
Can you remember where you went in Brixton?
Yeah, we went to. So you know where the Ritzy is?
Yeah.
It's like if you carry on walking kind of down the hill past the Ritzy.
Yeah.
So if you're kind of
Yeah.
coming down that
Ritzy
big
on the
old
left.
hill.
Yeah.
And if you turn left, you can go to like towards Brixton Station. You turn right, you'll go up more towards Herne Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep going down there, down
Yeah.
that hill, and then it was like a tiny little like small plates, little.
Oh, okay.
It was called like 6, 7, 8 or something.
Oh yeah.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah. I went there ages ago as well. 384
cool name.
or something. It's definitely 3
384.
numbers.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't know what they are. It's 3 numbers. Yeah, I went there with Bobby on a date like years ago as well. Yeah.
Maybe it's a good. That's a
It's
good.
a good omen.
spot,
It's
isn't
a
it?
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Cute
was a
spot.
good. That was a good vibe.
There you
It's a
go.
good vibe.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and then I was locked out of my gaff. So that
That
was
night?
fun. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on going
Dude,
home with him, but there we go.
But oh no.
One way to do it.
Oopsie daisies.
Oh,
Oh, I don't have my keys.
Oh.
Don't have my keys. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to your place.
I haven't got any other option.
Door appears to be locked.
Where are the keys?
Oh no!
What does that sound? Nothing.
Yeah, it was giving that, but
That's
it
wicked.
worked.
I love that.
It worked out,
Yeah.
so it was fine. So it was fine. Yeah.
We haven't
Good,
done
good.
haven't done proper intros. Tell us about yourself. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I'm Lily Agnes. Quote Hesketh Jocelyn, if we're going to go by my like legal name,
Government name.
Lily, my
Yeah.
government name, Lily Agnes.
How long have you been doing music for? That's such a.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think I've ever asked that on this podcast. It's a.
Is this a job
What was the first? What was the?
So
How do you
long have
find?
you been in the
Yeah.
industry?
How would you deal with?
Yeah.
Tell me about a
what
time
was
you
your
problem
first
solved.
Yeah.
song release?
What was my first song release?
Yeah. How
It
long have you
was-
been releasing music?
My first song came out in 2018, and it was called Year or Two. You won't find it anywhere now.
I was about to say because I had a look
Yeah,
just now,
I was
so
gonna
I knew
say.
when your first release
No.
was, and I was going to say 2022.
No,
but did you do
she's gone.
Yeah,
She's gone from all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
That was on. I released that on TuneCore
Nice.
when I was 18 at uni. And that was like a 200 quid, pay another
Yeah.
student who's a producer, like get my foot in the door kind of
that's so
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, all my like schoolmates really like it.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like the first tune that I put out, and I used to play it a lot when I was in Bedford, like where my parents live and where I went to school.
Yeah.
So all my school friends were devastated when I took it down. Like I've got like one of my mates, Selena, was like, Lily, I swear to if you fucking get Year or Two
Can you
back on Spotify right now.
Yeah.
Can you send me the
So-
MP3 so I have it
Yeah,
on
can you
WhatsApp?
please send me the SoundCloud link?
Yeah.
So that was that, and then I didn't release for until 2022.
Yeah.
But between then and 2022, I was like, making music, was signed, blah 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 blah. That was a
Gotcha,
whole,
okay.
And
And what did you go like the? So if you didn't release stuff during that time, was it more like the publishing route that you went to like figure out writing kind of side? Or?
Well, no, I was at uni.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I went to ICMP.
Yeah.
I'll say
ICMP?
I'll say one thing. Yeah, the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance.
Is that the
You
one-
have to
West
say it
London?
like that, though.
Which no, it's North London. It's Kilburn.
Oh, that one.
Kilburn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that one.
Wicked.
There's one in West and there's one in North. I always get them
Goldsmith.
There's BIM, Goldsmith,
Yeah.
ICMP, Guildford.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
there's a smattering of others.
Host. Yeah.
And yeah, the uni itself, no tea, no shade. But I feel like it could. I learned more from like the experience of being
man.
there.
Yeah.
I felt like
Yeah.
when you're. One thing I will say is like the fact that you have to. There's like weekly writing prompts, weekly writing briefs. So just like stretching the muscle of writing.
Yeah.
Having to be
Was
regimented
really,
with that,
really-
right?
yeah, it was
okay,
so
I was
beneficial.
going to say, yeah.
And like when I started uni and then when I left uni, I was fucking miles better at guitar. Like miles
Sweet.
better.
Yeah.
Just because I was like
You have
practicing.
to.
I was just
Yeah, yeah.
playing every single day for like
Yeah,
3 years.
That's it.
So yeah, so I was doing loads of writing there.
Yeah.
And like honing my craft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want to be pretentious
Yeah.
about it. But
You want to keep the job interview vibe going.
yeah, honing my craft
yeah.
when I was problem solving
Yeah.
in a moment of crisis. Yeah, so that's what I was doing
Yeah.
in between then.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
COVID obviously happened.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
shit.
I wrote fuckloads when I went home.
Yeah.
Like loads and loads and loads. Back at my parents' house, and I was kind of
You were
like
just on a flow, just like,
yeah, I mean, still be wrong. The most recent track that came out in January,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
January, end of
Was it?
January. I wrote that during COVID.
No
at
way.
home. Yeah,
Damn.
so that's a 2020 track.
Crazy.
So that's
Banging
been in
tune.
the locker for ages.
Because you've just got loads in a locker, I guess. If you're just writing and
yeah, well, some of it I'm like,
Yeah.
let's do the whole.
Of course, but you need
yeah. Oh, I can't seem to open the locker. Yeah.
Is there more from that period though that you think you will release, or was it just that one where you thought, you know what, there's something here with this?
Well,
one?
actually, the next one of the songs that's coming out this year is a song called "Tomorrow's My Birthday," which I've played live for years and years. And
these
years.
song names
Sweet.
are wicked.
Yeah, good song names.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I like a good song name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine,
Which I guess comes with
like
liking a good lyric, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I try and like when I'm like trying to figure out what the song name is.
Yeah.
I'll either like pull out. I rarely do like the lyric that is like the tagline of the chorus.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, that's fucking boring.
I do that every time.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm awful with it, man. Like the producer sat there and he's like, "What should I name it?" I'm like,
Craven?
Wannabe. Come back again.
Yeah,
like it's all just
Wannabe
very
taken.
mediocre names. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah. See, like "Tomorrow's My Birthday" is like the
That's so
first
good.
line of the whole song.
That's sick. Yeah,
And then like there's like a kind of like last section that is "Today is my birthday," and like that's like the last little phrase of the song. And
Nice,
so
nice,
that's
nice.
that's another one I wrote during COVID.
Another COVID baby, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the other three that are on this EP are like post-COVID time. They're
Got you.
like 2021, 22 or whatever.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so yeah, there's some in the locker that are like tolerable.
Yeah.
The other ones are like
the ones, yeah.
It was a hard time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a lot.
A lot of minor chords.
Yeah. When I drank a bottle of wine and was like, "There's nothing else to do. Let's write a song."
let's write a song.
Yeah. Like, this is so great. And then I heard it with a hangover and was like,
Yeah, you listen to it the next day. It's always with smoking weed for me that I
Oh
just
my
think
God.
it's amazing.
It's
and I
so
play the
funny.
C chord over and over again. I'm like,
so beautiful.
oh, I never listened to it like this before. And I'm like, play it again. And I sing the like, most basic line. Like, and I'm like, I've just changed the world. I've brought everyone together. I've solved racism with the C chords. Everything's going to be fine. And then the next day I listen to it and I'm like, I'm going to delete. I'm going to delete that.
The C chord.
so I'm going to just drag that to the bin.
I've lost my keys. I don't know how to get there. Yeah, so I'm with you.
That does happen.
But you need to write those songs to figure out shit.
Yeah. I actually feel like I've been on a little bit of a hiatus with writing at the moment. And then the other day I wrote a song for the first time in so long. Like I just like picked up the guitar. It was like, I don't know, it was like staring at me from the corner of the room, like, come on.
Just
come
a
on.
moment.
Yeah, and then I wrote a song called Writer's Block.
Nice.
But it was like, the song is almost like I'm like writing it to the guitar. So I'm like, we haven't spoken in a while. Like I kind of thought we needed a little bit of space. Like I wanted to call, but calling felt like writer's block. I don't know if I have anything to say anymore. But then I was like, no, the song is about writer's block, but I'm like writing it like it's not.
That's
and then
really
it just like
cool.
flowed out and I was like, sick.
That's
cool.
amazing.
We're back, baby.
Because I was going to say, like, because you had those like 2 or 3 years at uni of that kind of like process of having to write something. And I wanted to ask, did you take that like further in your writing career and in your like being a musician and go, cool, I'm going to keep that regiment there? Or you're like, cool, I can do that if I want to, but I'm just going to let it spring to mind if I want to? Or do you go through like different back and forth?
I think it was like I'm going to let it spring to mind. I think like just the muscle of like writing, like you just, and especially like when you're at uni, you're not in sessions. So I think going into sessions is a whole other skill that you have to get good at as well.
Writing
like,
with other people, having 8 hours or 6 hours and trying to find that.
And trying to kind of like, I don't know. This is so rogue, but I think that my skills, particularly when talking to men who I've just met, I think are really like, I'm really skilled at that.
Yeah.
And that's because, like, I mean, the majority, I think, of, like, producers tend to be blokes.
Yeah.
Which we need to change,
Yeah.
by the way.
We've talked, yeah. I'm not saying that, hey, by the way, we've talked about that.
We've actually addressed that already, Lily.
Actually, if you could just shut the fuck up about that.
We'll edit this bit out.
We've done that. Agreed.
Similar stuff.
Agreed.
But I think the fact that most of the producers who I work with are blokes it means that you kind of do this like weird friend date. Like it's just you and another person, and you've got to like get to know each other a little bit.
Real
like,
fast.
Yeah,
And
real
then talk
fast.
about
And
some
then,
deep stuff.
and then you're
Personal.
like, let's talk about something personal.
Yeah.
Whereas like, I feel like to like some of my other like gal pals, if I was like, right now, go in a room with that bloke and just like make conversation, they'd be like,
It's mad.
So they wouldn't really know how to like navigate that. Anyway, I don't know why I was saying that, but
No,
I've
you're
never
right.
thought of it like that.
but it is a
right.
skill. It's
It
a
is.
skill. It's like, so you can like craft writing on your own.
Yeah.
And then you craft writing with another person, but then you have to
Yeah.
craft the kind of like the like dance you do when
to
you're like
bring
in a
them
session.
in to
It's
kind
true,
of
it's
understand what they could bring to it, but then also learn from them at the same time. And it's this
Yeah.
like little
Yeah.
little dance.
Yeah, definitely.
Because every single producer and writer is different. Every single
Oh my God.
artist
Well,
is different.
well, then sometimes you get in a room with someone and you're like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
me
yeah.
home
More
Yeah,
like them.
yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
But then they've just released like the
big.
biggest record ever.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's
I
it.
don't know how this works.
Yeah.
And some
Are
writers
you
have
sure?
their
Yeah.
some producers and writers have their little like things as well. I once went into a session with a guy and he was like, "Okay, cool, yeah, nice to meet you." We had a little 15 minutes and then he handed me a notepad and he was like, just write whatever you want to talk about, just let it flow and just write and don't worry about it, just let it come out. And I started writing. I was like, well, I don't know what to talk about and all this kind of stuff.
Right,
and then
yeah.
he read it.
Was there music playing and stuff? Or?
No, he kind of just he was like, let's
you're
talk about
raw
your
dogging it.
feelings and stuff.
That's fucking
That's
raw
proper
dog.
raw
And I was like, holy shit. I was like, wowza. Like, we just met, but you're right.
Yeah.
You just met and you need to.
Yeah.
And I think his idea of doing that is to just kind of break the tension and go, we're going to
That's
talk
how
about some
Yeah,
deep
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
so
yeah,
let's
yeah.
just write it down and fucking
Yeah.
get on with it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's fair.
But it's hard.
That is fair. I
It
think
is,
with
yeah.
the no like little loop in the background, it's like a little
Yeah.
safety net.
Yeah.
Because if there's silence, but there's a little group
Yeah.
on, you're like, okay, but
Yeah, how do I feel? What do I do?
Silent.
Silent.
Crickets
Him
going,
just
like-
there, like, look at me like,
Honestly, any thoughts? Take time.
yeah, take time. Take time. We have only got till 2 p.m. though, because
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
another session.
Yeah.
yeah, but if you could just take your time.
And I'm breaking for lunch in 5. But honestly,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you
Do you want a cup of tea?
whenever you're
Just let
ready.
it flow.
But it kind
Let
of
it flow,
works.
yeah.
If anything, like
Tap
it
my
might-
watch then, so I have to say these things.
It might have not been the best song. Well, I can't really remember. It was like
Yeah.
7 years ago or something, so I can't remember the song too much. But I did learn something about myself that day.
Yeah.
So
That's beautiful.
I don't know.
Thank you for
I can't
sharing.
remember, but I remember walking out of it going, I didn't know that about how I thought, or so
wow,
because he
okay.
picked like a sentence out
Okay.
that really resonated, and I was
Okay.
like,
That's
oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah.
So-
I once had a session with someone who was a little bit older than me, had just had a baby, and was probably like had 2 hours sleep, and had come in from a really long way, and gave me like nothing in the session, like nothing. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here. What are you doing here, man?
Why have you agreed
go
to do that?
home.
Yeah, go to bed, man.
You got a kid.
Yeah.
Get home. Like, this is a day off. Don't
So
spend it with
hard,
me.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
so
what?
hard.
And I was it was like pulling teeth. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my god.
But he was like, he was probably thinking, I don't want to cancel or something like that. But at the same
Like,
time, if you're not
please.
gonna,
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
yeah, man, that relationship is a
It is.
difficult one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of like. So I just got to take this call. This is going to be so funny if
And then climb out
anyone
the
who I've
window.
been in a session with watches.
Name the names. Name the names. No.
No, where I've been like, so sorry, just got like, I can't deal with this. Is it okay if we like reschedule? Because I just think like,
It's just better. Let's just.
I'll be so real with you. Like, I started taking SSRIs in June last year. Cheeky little antidepressant.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Changed
which
my
ones?
life.
Which ones?
I'm on sertraline.
Oh, good ones.
Changed my life.
Yeah,
It's-
fluoxetine, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. I honestly, it's hands down the best decision I've ever made in my adult life.
Wow.
But my point was, before that,
Yeah.
I would just, I don't know what to do in a
Yeah,
session if
yeah.
it's not happening. I'm
Yeah.
like, I like need the energy to be reciprocated
Yeah,
in
yeah.
some capacity. Otherwise, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, my energy's gonna like go inwards
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
explode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to be bouncing the energy off of somebody. But
Yeah.
now we'll try for science. Maybe if you're a really boring producer, hit me up.
Let's go, baby.
I thought
Clearly just had a kid.
For science, be a really boring producer. Try some antidepressants.
Yeah.
And let's see how it goes.
We'll do a session together and we'll see if I can navigate it.
Yeah. Be a good test.
I've actually...
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Over the years, I've actually experimented with because sometimes I've written a really good song during my career when I wasn't on antidepressants. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe it's the antidepressants. So then I come off the antidepressants and then I don't write anything. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not writing because I'm not happy. So then I should go back on the antidepressants. So I've tried to go, where do I write my best music? And inconclusive.
I was going to say, have you guys found, it's great that you're so open and honest about it, because I think there'll be a lot of people who are also doing the same thing, who listen and stuff, and in the creative industry especially, which is quite, mentally taxing and things like that.
Oh, I mean, I could talk for hours about that.
Right.
I'm sure I will.
But would you say, obviously you said you're not really sure conclusion-wise, but would you say it's sort of affected things creatively?
No. I think, if anything, it's stopped your creativity.
I feel like it sometimes it numbs you just a little bit less, but sometimes, like when I had deep depressive episodes, it would either be I need to get this out in a way to be creative, or it's either I can't even think about anything else, anything. I can't even think what it would be like to write a song because you're just so
too much.
You're just so I can't think of anything. Cool. I can't even think of going to the fridge. So then I think you're right. Sorry to because you were saying bless you, but I think it's give and take, and it depends on everything else that you're doing as well, because it's not just a solid fix for me anyway. It's everything else that kind of I put towards it, like therapy or gym and stuff like that, and trying to be.
Oh my God, absolutely.
But I think it's often bodies change, minds change, circumstances change, and I think it's one thing that can just help along the journey of life.
Well put. Yeah.
Well, me, we're getting real here.
I know. Deep. I love it.
I have this thing called PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is like 10 to 14 days before your period. You basically just it's like PMS, but on steroids. It's super, super, super intense. Women. If you have it really badly, some women contemplate taking their own life.
Oh my God.
In that because your serotonin levels completely drop.
Right.
And it just means that you basically feel like I've done so much research on it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on sertraline.
Yeah.
But also, I've always been an anxious overthinker. I think that's a gift as well as a creative person.
Yeah.
Because you can lean into that, but then you need to hone in the negative sides of it. Otherwise, you're spiraling. Because the positive spiral is fuck yeah, we're on a roll. These ideas are da 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 da. And then you need to hone it.
Yeah.
But so the best way to describe it is you spend 2 weeks out of the 4 weeks, building this gorgeous sandcastle of good habits, great eating, you're looking after yourself, you're nurturing yourself, and then this massive wave comes and crashes, and then you're it's all gone.
Fucked.
It's all fucked, and I've got to start again. Yeah. So that's what it is, and it's it's not researched enough.
Damn.
Women.
Yeah, because I haven't.
You never heard of it?
No. Yeah.
Premenstrual dysphoric disorder.
How does that? 14 days before.
Yep.
So then, because. Also, being on a period isn't great either, right?
Well, no, because I also have endometriosis.
Fuck. Yeah, so that is
I had surgery for that last year. That was crazy. Keyhole surgery, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, they were you have it. And I was wicked. At least
my
I know.
partner. Yeah,
it's hardcore. But then again, that's another... I'm very passionate about women's health because I feel I've unfortunately been dealt a few cards to deal with. So that's not great. So
because you're on that 14 days before. Massive wave comes, hits you. Then you've got period coming up, and you know that's coming as well, which is hell anyway. So then you've got the pain as well as the mental pain.
Yeah, but actually sometimes the pain, the physical pain, was now I'm not thinking about how stressed I am. Because my body is channeling this sort of, I don't know.
Thank you for being so fucking honest about it.
Oh my God, no.
It's hard.
No, I really, difficult. I could talk about it all day. I think more people should talk about it. I really do.
How does that, this might be a stupid question, but how does it relate to the writing of music? If you know that wave is about to hit, do you go, oh shit, I need to prepare for this, or maybe take a couple less sessions?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
Do I need to do more sessions?
Yeah.
Well, I think it really depends, and I think a lot of women will like kind of like structure their month around that.
Yeah.
Like if you
just
have
know that this.
Yeah, but I think for me, sessions weren't a problem. Gigs were a huge problem for me.
Yeah.
Huge problem, because your anxiety levels are so high.
Anyway,
and your energy's low, and you're super self-critical, and like everything's like da 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 da. Like I did a gig last year in February, and I was in such a low point, like at that kind of like little like window of time. And it was like it was fine. The gig was fine. It was literally fine. And I had a complete meltdown after it, because I was just like,
this thought it was terrible.
Oh, I just thought it was terrible.
Yeah.
I was just like, this was not it. And like, so I think when you're, as just anyone, as a human being, like if you're having a bit of a shit time, part of being an artist, part of being a performer, is that if you're having a shit day, say you have like the worst day ever, but you've got a headline show tonight.
Yeah. You
Fuck up, man.
You gotta do it.
Get out there. Like people have paid to come see you. Like put on a smile. Do you know what I mean? Like
and that's
get
part
out
of the
there,
life as well,
and you got to kind of like
Yeah.
squash that down.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, but like it felt like
On
that
steroids.
That was becoming quite a repetitive cycle.
Yeah.
And then I went to the doctor and I had this big old diary, and he was like, "It's giving PMDD." He didn't say it quite as. Are you a real doctor?
Yeah.
He looked at my diary, girl, it's
Babe.
it's giving PMDD. 50 milligrams of sertraline.
Enjoy.
Clock that in, honey. Yeah. I was like, thanks, queen. No. But yeah, it was so. But I don't know. I think it's massively like cleared my head, and now I feel like I'm very zen.
Because you understand it, right? Well, not understand it, but you're like, okay, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, no,
There's
I
a
did
thing.
need to do something about that. Like that was not a positive way to be living my life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And now if a gig was to be shit, I'm just like, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
And that's just like that's just so nice. That's such a nice feeling.
To be in that place,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like the thing, well, now we're just talking about antidepressants, but I really feel like I would like to just like eliminate the stereotype of the fact that like you have to like come off and on them, and like it's like, oh well, you know, you better wean off that. I just think like if you had diabetes, you would take medication for it.
Yeah,
if you
I
had
understand.
epilepsy,
I think of it like paracetamol or like
or if you have ADHD, you take medication for it. If you like have any sort of like deficiency in your body,
I've got deficiency of like serotonin in my
I've got a deficiency of brain capacity. If I can take something that's going to help me.
100%.
Makes sense.
Why would you not?
Yeah. Mate, I'm complete.
You've got like one leg. You're like, you can choose to limp with one, but if someone like gives you the option to be able to walk and run and feel free, like fucking go for it.
100%.
Anyway,
No,
I'm a bit preachy about this.
No, it's 100%.
Because I really feel like there's a bit of a stigma around it.
So I try and be as honest as I can around it, and just say, oh awesome, antidepressants. Yeah, which ones you're on? That's I'm just like,
not deep.
It's not deep.
It's actually not. It's like taking a vitamin.
If I don't take it, it gets deep. So I should go.
If I don't take it, it's a different fucking ball.
So I'm honest, and like I've learned. That's one thing that I've learned so much from like my therapist as well, which I've been talking to for the years. Is she like laughs about it with me, and that is so helpful to like laugh about it. So my friends have learned to also laugh about it.
Right.
So I started like on antidepressants again, because I've been on and off them, but I've been constant for the last couple of years now. And then even my friends are like, keep taking those pills, Zach. Guys, Zach. Have you taken your? It's just like you need to laugh about that stuff, because we're all human. We all have like ups. It's just part of life.
You know that trend that was going around on socials, and it was like a little something to take the edge off, and it was just like someone with like an Oreo, or like it was like you know when people like smoke a zoot or something. And it was just like, I don't even know, like an Oreo or like a pizza or something. And then like one of my mates the other day, it was just her pack of sertraline. And it was just like there's a little something to take the edge off. And I was just like, it really did be like that sometimes. But anyway, I don't even know how I got onto that.
No, honestly, love it. And like I think, you know, as Zach sort of said, the whole thing about the podcast is trying to be as open and honest about
that's one thing that we wanted to be here.
Like music, obviously part of it, but even just like, you know, just life, day-to-day stuff,
Yeah.
and a lot of being an artist and trying to make it full time and all this stuff is anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
It's depressing, and it's up and down, and it's all these things.
Well, that was kind of really what kind of pushed me to make that decision for myself. Yeah, because I put a song out last year in June.
Yeah.
And then that just happened to be like the song came out June 13th, but like the whole month of June was just like fucking chaos in my personal life.
Okay.
And I was just like really wrestling with the fact that I was gonna like push through all these like difficult times I was having in my personal life to like put a song out and do the like tedious, arduous tasks of like presenting myself on social media whilst like in the background I was actually having a really terrible time. But then I think that the issue that I now have with the industry is that like say people who have like really stable income and they have like, you know, they're on PAYE, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
If you have a shit time, like you graft it, you push through for 2-3 weeks a month, whatever. Yeah. But you know what you're getting at the end of the month.
Right.
You're working because there's a paycheck involved.
And also you get sick pay.
You get sick pay. You can
and you
take
get
time,
support. You can talk to your manager. Like, you can turn up a little like hour late.
100%. So what am I doing? Like torturing myself to put this song out.
Yeah.
What reward am I seeing for all that hard, strenuous work that I'm doing, putting on myself? So I don't know. I've had a real journey with like how I'm approaching being an artist.
Yeah. Sounds it.
Just because I feel like, I mean, I saw this thing the other day, and I like put it on my story. I mean, I don't know whether it's just me, but clearly not. I just think like the industry at the moment just needs change. Like it's just really like, I mean, if you have like someone like Kate Nash, she like sells photos of her bum on OnlyFans.
Okay,
does she?
Did you know that? Yeah.
No.
And she's like been in like Parliament talking about it because she's trying to.
Why not?
She's trying to advocate for more pay.
Right.
Because
she's like, or else I'm going to sell my bum.
I had a really successful career in the noughties, which was a time when like financially you could really thrive as a musician.
Yeah, CDs and stuff.
Yeah, digital, like, you know, like physical copies of music. And she's like, you know, based off of that, I have all these opportunities presented to me. But in order to fulfill those opportunities, I have to pay a sound engineer, I have to pay my band.
How am I supposed to do that?
How the fuck am I meant to do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Kate Nash.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I? How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? So I feel like I think I haven't seen you since I came back from travels.
No.
Which was just like, oh my God, I went traveling for 3 months with my boyfriend. Which was
that was last year?
Which was last year, September to November. It was literally the most glorious time of my whole life. We did Indonesia. No, we did Singapore.
Yeah.
Singapore.
I really want to do Singapore.
Singapore's cool. But
Singaple's cool, or
it's not like traveling. Like
Singapore's really cool, but it's like
it's not
the
that
safest.
vibey.
It's the safest place on like. In the, you know, it's so safe. Like if you want a Bagsy table, you leave your phone on the table and you walk away, and like
I really like the
it will be
structure
there.
of it.
Yeah.
But you can't. Yeah, you. I really like
like the structure tech side.
I was going to say,
That's
oh my God,
it's like something out of like some sort of Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's what I want to get.
It's like kind of it's like earthy meets like super dystopian futuristic vibes. Yeah. So we went to Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, the Maldives, Malaysia. When I say the Maldives, we went to the local islands.
Nice.
Which you can go to for like dirt cheap.
Sweet. Didn't know that.
Because
whenever I type in Maldives, it like a holiday, always like $2,000 a day.
Yeah.
I get like a private boat pick me up from
that's like the like resort islands. That the whole island is basically like a hotel.
Right.
But if you go to the little local islands where all the Maldivian like guys and gals live and all the little kiddies,
there you go.
You can have a pretty affordable time there.
Sweet.
So we just went and we were just by the beach, and then we went to Malaysia. That was the last place, but. I felt like I had a real awakening when I went traveling, and I was just like,
shifts your perspective a bit.
It's so funny, it's so cliche. All my mates were like,
there's a reason why it's cliche.
And I was like, yeah.
But there's a reason why it is. It's so many people do it, and still people are doing it because it just opens your eyes. Instead of just this rat race that you get stuck into a loop of going on the same tube, seeing like the same shops that you're walking past, seeing the same people. Everyone's just like that, and taking yourself out of that and realizing and that people live differently everywhere in the world, and
So
it's fucking
differently as well.
huge.
Yeah.
Made with social media and stuff as well. We're made to believe, or it kind of seems like the world is smaller than it is.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
because
what I mean? You're in a little echo chamber of just like
getting out there
shit.
and seeing stuff is just so important.
Yeah,
But
I think
100%.
like literally seeing stuff as well.
Yeah.
You know, like I found that. Well, I mean, did you do the loop, the Hajang loop?
We did some sort of thing.
Oh.
What's a no. This is where you get the bikes and
giving
stuff. Yeah, this is where you go on the bikes and do the thing, right? No. We didn't do that. No.
Oh my god, that was.
You get the bikes and do the thing.
Yeah. It's a Vietnam
You start
thing.
in a place in northern Vietnam called Hajang.
Yeah.
4 days on the back of a bike. Everybody, you're in a group. We're in a group of 8. Everyone gets assigned an easy rider, which is this like first class, like, you know, young Vietnamese lad who's done this route 5 million times.
Oh, okay. You weren't riding the thing.
And you ride on the back of this motorbike through the Vietnamese like countryside, through all these mountains, like crazy.
Yeah.
You do homestays, so like you'll do like one day you stay in a homestay with these like beautiful Vietnamese family who host you. They cook everything. It's unbelievable. Then you wake up the next day, you get back on the bike, you carry on, and you basically do this big loop.
Mad, isn't it?
And then on the 4th day you end back in Hajang. So you do this big old loop.
Yeah.
And like we met, like there were like, Finn and I did it, and we were with 3 other couples, and by the end of it, it was literally like, they were like our besties.
Oh, I love that.
But once you've been to like the most rural part of Vietnam and seen like all these like little kiddies who aren't like living their life dictated by a phone.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really gorgeous. And I think like the lack of like, I don't know, privilege that you have, quote unquote, I actually think is hugely beneficial to you. Because like like trying to get a phone in Vietnam is like, I mean, like no one really has a phone. You know what I mean? Because the conversion rate is just insane in terms of like cash. Like,
why would you?
And the whole system in Vietnam is pretty hardcore in terms of like making cash. But I was just like, these kids are just gonna live this like beautiful life where they're like they're outside and they're
with their family.
They're going analog, you know. And I was like,
and I'm concerned about this one guy called Jerry that lives in like South US that I don't know, gets up at 4 a.m. Has 2 kids, and I'm like, I have 1 kid. How is he doing that? Manages to do like an hour session in the gym, then sits down at his laptop at 7 o'clock, but he still manages to record all of this, and then has his protein shake. And I'm worried about, oh my god, I'm not him. Instead, like, and you get caught up in that loop,
100%.
right? But then even like comparing that to the music side is when I was growing up and I saw, you know, Frank Ocean and all of these great musicians come out and do their stuff, I never saw how hard it was for them in the background. So I never had that. So that's why we're like, I want to be honest on a podcast and say, this is fucking hard. I haven't written decent song in a year now, but I still haven't given up my dream. I had a session, but I still haven't given up my dream. You know what I mean? And I still want to push for it. But this is what happens. And you only, on social media, we shouldn't as artists just say, hey, this is a really good like photo shoot that I just did.
I have such an issue with that. It really, really grinds my gears, because I think all it does is like push this like negative energy towards like another artist who's like kind of like, oh my god, like am I this, am I that, like why am I not doing this? It's just like, no, like everyone's in the same fucking boat. Like even if you look at someone like Kate Nash, she's in the same boat. Do you know what I mean? She's
and that's Kate Nash.
She's hugely established. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. Or even someone like Lizzo was like going off on socials like last year about like, you know, it's an even playing field now. Like, you know, a tiny little artist can blow up on TikTok or whatever. I mean, I've deleted TikTok.
The old top
for
tick.
you, man.
I've deleted
Jealous.
it. I've deleted it only because I really feel like one of the biggest like kind of like moments that I had traveling was like, I feel like my time being present is guaranteed. Like I can just like if I'm like right, okay, I'm in this moment, I can be present. But like what if I look up from my phone in 10 years time and I've made no cash, I'm not any further as an artist, like then what? Well, then I'm 36 and I've like just spent 10 years on my fucking phone. I was just like, I think I'm just like, I just reject the phone. I just can't. I can't subscribe to the industry as long as it means that like my whole career is dictated by my fucking phone. What?
Of what I need to post up on Reels.
That's insane. I don't want to be doing that. Do you know what I mean?
But there's no alternative right now in the industry. That's the frustrating bit.
I know,
right?
but I'm just like, I just need to.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
I
don't go on socials as much as I used to. I'm a big Reddit user.
I feel hugely better about that. For Still Be Wrong, you know, I think I came back from travels and I really, really wanted to kind of like just create a little bit of separation and a bit of distance between like me and the phone, because it was just too much. Like and then that was feeding into the whole like anxiety and
of course,
you compare yourself and the whole rat race thing. And I was I need to come back to London and be in amongst that busyness, but like really kind of like clinging on to that little bit of space, that mental space. And for Still Be Wrong, my brother's an incredible videographer and filmmaker. And I was like, I want to do like a little kind of like, you know, like what's it, The Whale, you know, that kind of like a kind of 3:5 aspect ratio, and like it looks really gorgeous. I was like, let's just do a little visualizer. Let's just do something like, we'll do it in my boyfriend's parents' house, and we'll just find these little corners of the house and
we'll have fun doing it together.
And we'll have fun doing it together. And the point is that we're going to have fun doing it together. And it's just, I'm just being creative. And like I posted it and I didn't give a fuck about the fact that it wasn't like, you know, 9/6 TikTok fucking, I didn't care. I was like,
You made what you wanted to make.
I made what I wanted to make, and I had so much more fun in the process of it. So I feel like I'm really in the kind of like phase of having to fall back in love with being an artist again. I think you can very quickly start to resent the process if you're just chasing.
It's true.
Because then I'm looking at the guitar in the corner of the room going, fuck you,
buddy.
Fuck you.
What are you staring at me for?
Yeah, like we were meant to be in this together, and like, am I doing enough? You're not doing enough. Like, I think it's just it's so hard, and like, I don't know. I really feel like passionate about where I'm at the moment, and just really trying to like just squash the illusion that like all these artists are like
super happy and
thriving, and it's like no babes, like one of the artist friends who I have, like, you know, on paper her career is like 10 like she was doing festivals last year, and she's been to Asia on tour and
so from the outside you're
she
like,
made 13 grand last year. That's, how the fuck is that sustainable? That's not sustainable. No. If I could live a sustainable life on the monthly listeners that I'm on and the numbers that I'm on, I would suck everything else. Of course, I'm not trying to reach for any more than that. Do you know what I mean?
So hard to get there.
Yeah, but I saw this thing and it was like, the music industry isn't scouting talent, it's scouting emotional durability.
Jeez, that's deep.
Yeah. So like, you can have all the talent in the world, but it's not it's not the like continual feeling, like the rejection that is like the problem. It's the continual like you feeling like you're being ignored. Right. It's not from it's not an external thing. It's all internal. So it's not we reject you that is the issue.
It's like, I'm being ignored.
It's, oh my God, I'm being ignored. Like, my talent's being ignored.
Instead of going, oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm enjoying myself.
Right. Right. And I just am like, I'm done with it.
Good man. And I also, to go back to
Sorry, I went on such
No, that was great.
You're a legend.
That was great. Yeah, you got great energy.
I can't deal with it. And I know.
That resonates so much.
But I know that I'm sick. Like, I know that.
That's the one. That's the only consistent thread that I've had throughout my whole music career. It was I listen to something that I've done. I'm like, I'm fucking.
Yeah, but I know that like
everything else goes up and down and blah blah blah.
You know, I know that like my vocal ability is like up with people like who, you know, like someone like Sasha Keeble, who I fucking love. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can sing like that. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, Sasha, if you disagree. I'm like,
but I'm having
she's actually on next month. So.
Perfect. But like, I know I'm not lacking in any area. But like, that's the same to be said about like, you know, people who go to church.
Yeah.
Like they're like gospel singers who nobody knows, who are miles better at singing than me.
Yeah.
But like their talent isn't like diminished by the fact that like they're not known.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're doing it for the joy, right? And I think
doing
that comes back
it for the joy,
to...
but this is the whole point. I'm like, why am I doing it otherwise? You know, I was just doing it for like the numbers,
likes and stats and stuff, and
you just get too focused on that, and it's like, no, fuck that.
No. And I think there's the really beautiful thing about it, I think, just to kind of flip it around a little bit, is to go back to what you first said about the sort of, with the video, the way you did it. You were like, I just did it the way I wanted, how I wanted it to do, and not caring about, you know, the result and the likes and the shares. And I think, I honestly do genuinely believe that if we like treat music the same way, like, we'll smash it. Like, that's how we all are where we are.
As long as there's love there.
Hit these achievements and goals as artists.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because we were trying to do this, it's because we sat in a studio, made some music that we were like, yo, this is sick. Don't care about anyone else. This is sick, and put it out. And
as soon as you start doing it the other way and writing it for flipping it the other way and not doing it for the love, then that's the...
Yeah, you're quiche. Which brings us nicely to our question.
Oh, yes.
To wrap things up, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, mate. I got.
Do we actually?
I got a meeting with my CEO.
Yeah, honestly, every time we do these, it's like we could go for like twice as long.
I'm really sorry. He might be watching. CEO, I'm coming. I promise. I'm building an internal app. For goals. I won't.
All right then.
Yeah, I'll show you it.
Flip. But no. So the question is obviously it's a bit of a silly question because who cares? But obviously it's the podcast question. So we always ask guests: are you famous yet?
Okay, no.
Yeah, and do you care?
Yeah, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, do you care about getting famous? I think you actually basically just answered the question earlier when you said all you want to get to is a place where you're living off monthly.
You're also completely fine to just say no.
But that will never happen.
I wouldn't say so.
Why?
Because it won't. It won't.
I can do it. You can do it.
Ed does it. I don't. But you could.
Well, I don't know.
You can definitely
I got a
do
meeting
it, man.
with CEO.
That's achievable. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your numbers are a bit bigger than mine.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But it's not off the cards.
Yeah.
It's not off the
It's
cards.
not possible.
It's not possible. I don't know whether I'm like focusing on that being my main income.
And that's okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just
which is also probably healthy.
Yeah. But am I famous? No.
No.
I've been recognised out and about though a couple of times.
That's always fun.
Which is always fun.
Yeah.
That is always fun. I was at All Points East. This is so funny. I was at All Points East 2021.
Yeah.
And I was with Matilda Homer, who had just come off the stage, the main stage.
Yeah.
And I was with Eloise.
Sick.
So it was like me, Eloise.
What a trio.
Yeah.
A lot of talent.
What a trio, a lot of talent.
Trio. Yeah.
And I was just chatting to them, and Matilda had obviously just come off stage or whatever. And this tiny little, very sheepish girl came up to us as a three, and she was like, "I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry." And I kind of like stepped back.
Yeah, because I was like,
Matilda was like, "Out of the way, guys."
Yeah. Step aside, ladies. I know how to deal with this one. And I was like, well, it's obviously for either Eloise or Matilda. And this girl was just like, "I'm so sorry, but are you Lily Agnes?"
Woo!
And I was like,
love it.
did you like push it? I'm like,
yes, I am.
Yeah.
I know, but I was like,
so cool.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I am actually, yeah. So that was, and she was like, oh my God, she was from Ireland, and she was so, cool. She was maybe like 17, 18 or something. She was so tiny.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And I could see kind of Matilda was like, and she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, girl, you're going to have, she played a killer set. And I was like, you can go and, get all the schmoozing after a gig that everyone does. But that was fun. And then a couple of times at Coco, when I went to Eloise's gig as well.
Sweet. Yeah, because it's the same
couple of
audience,
I think it's, if you kind of move in the same circle.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, that's that artist. So
have you heard your music out before?
No.
Yeah.
Which I'm really pissed off about.
Mate, the best time it ever happened to me was I was on a stag do, like South UK in the middle of like nowhere kind of thing, and we were at a pub at like 10 p.m. or something. I didn't even notice it. My friend came on and was like, I think they're playing like your song, and I was like, it is my song.
I would love that, and I actually think, honestly, in the last like 3 months, I've had so many people message me on Instagram. Like one of this guy who like used to work in the same office as me. Like he he sent me a video and he was in H&M in Westfield.
Yeah, like that's fucking cool. Yeah.
And I think Been a Minute was on like this big, and then like my boyfriend's parents went to Dublin and they were in this hotel and they were like, oh, I can't recognise this. Oh, it's Lily.
It's better. It's
happened abroad. Like some people I know have been in like
so
some little Spanish supermarket and like and I'm like, I would be gassed if I heard my own tune. But apparently everyone else has heard my tunes apart from me.
Yeah.
So
we need to get out more. I think that's the conclusion.
Cheers, Ed.
I said we.
I thought you said you need to get out more.
Get out more, babe.
No. I've really enjoyed this podcast.
It's been a good one.
Yeah, me too.
We keep saying about how that we need to bring people back.
Yeah,
that needs to be a thing.
I think you should just join us every single time.
I would fucking love that.
This is going to be a third host.
I would love that.
Fucking pleasure to meet you and thank you for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
We were talking about swearing right at the start and I have to end it by
swearing.
Yeah, swearing.
That's all right.
What, we're just going to say
we've covered a lot of
ground. I already did. I was like, it's been a fucking pleasure having you on.
Yeah.
So we didn't even notice it. That's how.
It's right in there.
Or how many F-bombs we dropped.
My mum and dad probably kept count. Let us know, mum and dad, in the comments.
Lots of love, gang. I keep doing this to wave, but I know. It's an accident, and every time I do it, I'm like,
it's giving reform.
I can't swear and give that at the end of the podcast.
No.
Thank you for joining us.
Do that.
Enjoy your life, guys.
Like a dad at a barbecue. Don't do that. Yeah.